did something I ain't made to.
A man suspected of killing a Kentucky State Trooper records a video just before he was shot by police. Hear his final message ahead.
The actions of two Kentucky women are causing animal control officers in multiple states to look for new ways to track repeat offenders.
Lexington city leaders are brainstorming new ideas for snow removal this winter.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening. The video is chilling, and tonight we are hearing a killer's final message.
State police say Joseph Johnson Shanks gunned down Kentucky State Police Trooper Cameron Ponder Sunday night following a traffic stop in Lyon County. Johnson Shanks was killed the next morning after a confrontation with Kentucky State Police. Sometime during the 8-hour manhunt, he apparently recorded a video which is now circulating on social media. WKYT's Miranda Combs is at the live desk with our top story at 6. Miranda?
Amber, in the short video, he says he regrets what he did. This all started when Ponder pulled him over for going 103 miles per hour on a Lyon County highway.
If I don't see anybody know who I love all y'all, I did something I ain't made to. I'm regret it.
State police have confirmed to a Nashville TV station that this is 25-year-old Joseph Johnson Shanks. A last message through Snapchat before he was killed when police say he refused to put his gun down, ending a pursuit that killed Trooper Joseph Ponder. Police say Ponder was shot and killed by Johnson Shanks after a traffic stop Sunday night in Lyon County. Social media shows Johnson Shanks was a part of the Ferguson protests, but pictures from his alleged social media accounts also show him posing and smiling with police during the protests. He's from Missouri, and police in his hometown say they knew him, but wouldn't have expected this.
Our dealings with him have been very minor, nothing serious. Even looking kind of at his history, I mean, there's been a few things in there that would indicate some type of violence, but nothing that would lead you to believe that he would gun on a Kentucky State Trooper in the middle of the night.
Jefferson County Sheriff's Deputy Chet Gentry lost his partner 17 years ago, just 4 miles from where Ponder was killed.
Yesterday morning, it was kind of an eerie feeling once I started getting the messages in and what have you, and kind of put together where it was. It kind of hit home really quick.
Gentry is with the COPS organization, which stands for Concerned Police Survivors. They assist families with officers killed in the line of duty. At the live desk, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
Miranda, thank you. Johnson Shanks' niece was also in the car. She was arrested for hindering prosecution. The two children, ages 2 and 5, were taken into the custody of state police. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell honored Trooper Ponder today. During remarks on the Senate floor, Senator McConnell talked about Ponder's passion for his job and asked for the Senate community to remember the fallen officer.
We're praying for his family and for his friends. I know his fellow officers in the law enforcement community feel the loss, and so do the Kentuckians that he worked every day to protect.
Trooper Ponder was a standout athlete at North Hardin High School. He played football and ran track. This afternoon, the KHSAA tweeted out a picture of a sticker North Hardin players will wear on their helmets to honor Ponder.
Nearly 4 months after a Bourbon County teenager died in a crash, a driver has been charged with her death. 13-year-old Emily Sams was killed in a crash over Memorial Day weekend. Her family's truck was hit by another car on I-64 in Scott County, causing it to flip. Sam's mother was badly injured in that crash. Our Monique Blair is live in Scott County with some new information in this case. Monique?
Well, Sam, I just spoke to the Scott County Sheriff's Office, and I'm told their investigation determined Mohammed Abdullah was driving his car in an extremely reckless and careless manner, swerving in and out of traffic prior to hitting the vehicle the Sams family was driving in. Now, yesterday, a grand jury charged 32-year-old Mohammed Abdullah with manslaughter in the second degree and 2 counts of assault second degree. The indictment says on May 23rd of this year, Abdullah drove his vehicle into the vehicle in which 13-year-old Emily Sams was a passenger. Sams was pronounced dead at the scene of the accident. The indictment also explains Abdullah is charged with 2 counts of assault for causing serious physical injury to Shella and Jeff Sams, Emily Sams' parents. These charges come after a nearly 4-month investigation into the events leading up to the accident.
They felt from the beginning that this collision definitely didn't have to happen, and a child definitely didn't have to lose their life over it. So they did their investigation from the aspect of trying to find out exactly what caused this so that they could determine if it could have been prevented.
Now, Captain Gerald Porter tells me Emily Sams' mother, Shella Sams, did just come home from the hospital a few days ago, but I'm told she is still unable to walk. Reporting live in Scott County, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Captain Porter says Abdullah is believed to be back in Baltimore, Maryland, where he lives, and he expects the U.S. Marshals will arrest him very soon. They moved from state to state committing the same crime.
Police in Florida charged Catherine Nygaard and Nancy Freeman last week with animal cruelty. It took 2 weeks for investigators to realize the mother and daughter were charged with similar crimes 10 years ago here in Lexington. As WKYT's Kristen Kennedy reports, now a Central Kentucky law enforcement officer wants to make it easier to track repeat offenders.
When investigators searched Nancy Freeman and Kathleen Nygaard's home in Florida, they say they found abandoned, starving animals. Weeks of investigating revealed similar stories from their time in Tennessee, Arkansas, even Georgia.
The problem you've got in other states is the communication line is not as easy to access. So if you have a violator in another state that's been convicted, I may not know about it.
Chief Nathan Bowling is working very closely with law enforcement in Florida, helping them with their case against the mother-daughter pair.
They can't use this conviction in Kentucky, but they can show it, I'm sure, through their court system that these are offenders that's going from state to state to state to state.
Chief Bowling says that searching for repeat offenders is difficult. He wants to see a national database launched, one that would track people convicted of animal cruelty charges.
To a judge or jury, they're going to only hear the first offense. If they knew that that person had been convicted 2 or 3 times prior to that, their penalty may be the maximum of what the sentence can carry then.
In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
In the 2005 Lexington case, only Kathleen Nygaard was convicted of 7 counts of animal cruelty. The jury found her mother, Nancy Freeman, not guilty.
In Lexington, the Community Action Council is trying to solve what they say is a pattern of vandalism. Several times over the past few weeks, they say they've had vandalism at the playground outside their Head Start facility on Winburn Drive. The latest case was discovered yesterday. More equipment was damaged by vandals. The executive director, Malcolm Ratchford, says the council wants to stop this behavior before it gets worse.
Pretty bold, you know, kids are coming out to play, and I guess they get sidetracked or think it's a cool idea to come out and rip the tops off the trees on some of our equipment. But these things are behaviors that we want to correct early on.
2 years ago, someone set fire to another playground owned by the Community Action Council.
We are less than an hour away from the first televised debate of the Kentucky governor's race.
Republican Matt Bevin, Democrat Jack Conway, and Independent Drew Curtis will answer questions tonight at Bellarmine University. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Louisville with a preview.
This is the first time that all 3 candidates running for the state's top job will be meeting together in a live televised debate, and the questions will be asked from a panel of journalists from issues affecting a wide range of spectrum. Of course, the fall campaign is heating up between Democrat Jack Conway, Republican Matt Bevin, and Independent Drew Curtis. The 3 will likely be asked about a wide range of issues from education, road issues, and the gas tax. Another issue lawmakers have been wrestling with deal with pensions and the state bond rating. Those issues are expected to center along a mix of what's making news right now, along with long-term issues facing the state.
This is an opportunity to talk about some long-term challenges for Kentucky. How do you pay for the state's highway with the gasoline tax going down? How do you pay for education? How do you deal with health care when Kentucky has to assume a larger portion of the costs in the years ahead?
And Brian also says it'll be interesting to see how tonight's tone affects the remainder of the fall campaign and how the candidates treat each other. In Louisville, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
WKYT, the Herald Leader, and our Louisville partners behind the Bluegrass Poll are sponsoring tonight's debate. WKYT's live coverage begins at 7 on the CW Lexington, and we'll also stream it on WKYT.com.
The string of nice weather is expected to roll on the next few days, and it should warm up a little tomorrow as well. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is in the First Alert Weather Center with an early look at your forecast.
Yeah, dealing with the gorgeous stuff we've had for the past several days. That October and September we had over the weekend, giving way to more typical stuff for the middle of September. Look outside here at the station on Winchester Road. Here's Winchester Road, Hamburg Pavilion somewhere there in the distance. Blue skies over top of us. Thermometers upper 70s to around 80. Look at our humidity. It is bone dry right now at 35%. Temperatures upper 70s to around 80 with the clear skies, with the low humidity. That's a quick drop in thermometers. Nothing going on with Defender. And look how quickly those numbers drop from the low and mid 70s pre-sunset to low 60s post-sunset, and even some upper 50s. That'll show up around 11 o'clock this evening. We'll come back in just a little bit and focus on the nice weather that rolls on for a few more days. But guys, as we get into that weekend, I am tracking some changes with a cold front. That's in about 10 minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, it is still officially summer, but Lexington leaders are already preparing for winter.
An Urban County Council committee is recommending changes in how the city removes snow from main roads to neighborhoods. Our Mike Linden has the proposal and a story that's new at 6.
While the winter is still months away, Lexington city leaders are brainstorming new ideas for snow removal.
Well, there's always a need for change, and we have added on to our snow plan since, every year.
The new plan ranks the amount of snow by 3 levels. Plows operate as normal on roads ranked 1 through 4 on level 1. On level 2, additional roads are added. On level 3, all streets are plowed with private contractor support.
That kind of gives you your level of service, and it lets the citizens know what we're going to be doing. If we're going to get an 8-inch snow, this is how we're going to be addressing it.
According to the committee, if private contractors were used once again this upcoming winter, it would free up 5 Lexington road crew trucks to aid in the removal of snow from more than 300 lane miles.
The committee also proposed a sidewalk snow removal plan for the more than 67 miles of sidewalks in Lexington.
But we're always prepared. But when you have limited resources, you can only prepare so much.
If approved, the sidewalk snow removal plan would take 3 years to fully kick in. In Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
And we had our share of snow, didn't we, last year? City leaders estimate it would cost nearly $425,000 for snow removal if trucks were sent out 22 times this winter.
A man charged in a Lexington burglary was caught because police say he left an electronic trail that was impossible to miss. 30-year-old Russell Sipe is charged with third-degree burglary. Police say back in March he broke into the office of the Workout Anytime on Maple Leaf Drive. The owners of the business say they believe another member let him in the building thinking he was a member. Police say he stole some items and logged onto the computer at the front of the business.
But what he did do, which was wonderful, is he decided to sit up on Facebook and leave his Facebook page open and tell his buddies on instant message that he's breaking into Workout Anytime, trying to steal whatever he could find.
Police arrested Sipe last night near Liberty Road. At his arraignment, the judge lowered Sipe's bond to $500. He will also be required to wear an ankle monitor while he's out on bail. For the first time in months, gas prices have broken the $2 mark in central Kentucky.
And we found gas under $2 at some stations in Jessamine and Madison counties. It's $1.98 at the Speedway on the Robert Martin Bypass in Richmond. Drivers there say the falling prices are a big help with their budget.
Makes it a lot easier. Instead of spending $80 for a tank of fuel, you spend about $30, $40. Makes a big difference.
Yes, it does. The average price for regular unleaded is $2.16 in the Lexington area. Consumer experts expect gas prices to continue to go down in the coming weeks.